Hello. Yet again, I have returned. Why? Because I don't have anything better to do. Really, I don't. I am supposed to be on bed rest. Sick leave. It's. I got the flu somehow. Got it. I don't know how it happened, but it did. It happened. Sorry. Not sorry. Yeah, so now I'm having to deal with this. And I get to deal with paranormal videos. Yay! So, this should be good. So, top 10 scary ghost videos too disturbing to watch alone. Am I alone? Am I alone? Am I alone? I'm never alone. My spirits are with me always. Always. They're probably watching you right now. I know they're watching me. People are so weirded out. They're like, they're going to watch us. Ugh. I was like, that's all you're gonna do? You're just gonna sit and watch? You know what? You go ahead. You want to sit and watch? Yeah, joke's on you. It's not that exciting.
Person wandering through the middle of nowhere when they suddenly come across a figure standing motionless in the distance. At first glance, it looks human, but something is off.
Don't stick your finger in its face. Okay, this person is rabid. Poor man.
As the person watches, the figure's mouth hangs.
This could be any number of things. First of all, it looks terrifying, but he could have very well gotten a brain injury. He could have had somebody hit his head. He had some sort of concussion, or there's so many things that may emulate or simulate or seem to appear like a possession, but they are not. There are seizures, there are all sorts of neurological things that can happen to you that can cause this kind of stuff. And he could have very well gotten rabies. I don't know what rabies looks like when a human has it, but he's obviously not doing so well. But always rule out the logical things, which would be, what's scientifically possible. Because if we were to examine this man, we would find that he's not doing so well,
Wide open in an unnatural way. Then it begins to move, letting out deep guttural grunts with each step, slowly closing the distance.
He's not making any noises.
Its movements are jerky, its presence deeply unsettling. A lost person, a bizarre prank, or something far more disturbing. You decide.
That a human wouldn't make. It's not like...
A Reddit user shares a chilling photograph taken at Hankey Church Cemetery in Plum, PA, showing what appears to be a half-bodied apparition of a priest. According to local lore, the cemetery once had a church until its priest was lynched by enraged members after committing adultery. Some say the church was later burned down, leaving only the graveyard behind.
Naughty, naughty.
In the image, the ghostly figure resembles either a priest in a long jacket or possibly a war veteran. Despite years of analyzing and attempts to replicate the shot, the user has been unable to debunk it.
Stop analyzing
it. What makes it even eerier is that another person once captured an unexplained apparition in the same cemetery.
Yay.
This time, a woman. A man was driving through the woods at night when his dash cam captured something chilling. A woman in white, casually walking along the empty road.
Yeah. You see this? I saw this like 3 million times. No. Oh, wait. No, maybe this is a different one. Oh. This is interesting. It's not a road. This is not... Okay, I don't want to be anywhere. Wherever this is, no. Thank you. No, thank you. I don't need to be in this. I've had dreams of going down a road like this.
Her movements were slow and unnatural, and there was no sign of a vehicle or any reason for her to be there. The unsettling sight sent a wave of fear through him. Without hesitation, he hit the gas and sped off, not daring to look back.
Yeah.
A person records an empty park at night when something strange catches their attention. Several swings moving on their own.
No corre aire.
Oh, it's moving on its own.
Y el columpio se está moviendo completamente solo. Y no corre nada de aire. Por momentos se mueve más fuerte. Y el otro está completamente estático.
Something to do with the children being quite excited. And
there's no wind strong enough to explain it, and no one else is around. The swings continue to sway as if someone, or something, is playing. Then, without warning, they suddenly stop. The Gakuburu TV team ventures into a haunted house rumored to be filled with paranormal activity. As they explore the decayed and abandoned structure, eerie noises echo through the halls. Unexplained footsteps, faint whispers, and sudden thuds.
I don't know about you, but, like, the voice doesn't really fit this. I don't know if that's an automated voice or, like, a fake, like an AI voice, but, like, Alexa or Siri, but it's doesn't really seem to fit the video. So, I don't know for sure if this is a real voice or this is something that is automated. I don't know, but it doesn't really fit the video very well. It's almost like chilling the voice is just like so off. It's just like, yes, chilling sounds go throughout the hall. And then she vomited the entire contents of her stomach. And it was not pleasant. Not at all. Like, that's the voice that I'm hearing. Yes. like, can you imagine if that was your horror narrator for the rest of your life? Like, if your life was a horror movie, you don't want that. You want, like, Idris Elba or something. Somebody with a brusque voice. Somebody who sounds like he's been somewhere. You want something. You don't want. You don't. Some people think Morgan Freeman, but I think Idris Elba would be a good narrator for my horror movie. Because he sounds like he's got this very, husky, masculine voice, and it sounds like he's, he always sounds like he's seen some shit. That's all every time. He like, whenever I hear him, he just is. Yeah, I love Idris Elba. He's great. He's I saw him on Hot Ones not too long ago, so he was cool. I liked it. But yeah. Gakubaro. 2009. And I don't read Chinese, so I think that's Chinese. I don't I don't speak it. Sorry. Get what we're going with this.
At first, he captures weird noises, and as the screen goes blue, one can see a dark shadow in the corner of the door. The explorer seems to not notice it at that moment.
But wait, there's more. Maybe this is Japanese. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't want to seem like an uneducated idiot. Better than an educated idiot, right? Hi. Oyo. Movement sound. What, you mean the other than the movement that he has right now? Okay, he should not be in that. That is, you can hear that it is condemned, that this place is condemned for a reason. This is not a place you need to be. I don't know what he was hoping to accomplish, but don't go in places. First of all, black mold is a real threat. That can cause anything from stomach cramps to hallucinations to actual, eventually, all your organs shutting down. If you're
Soon in one of the frames, he records a weird white mist
don't
in the
go
room,
in abandoned
and then
buildings
here's a
without
movement.
without a mask, okay? Get a mask. Oh, I think this guy is an actual paranormal investigator. But you can hear it by the way it's crunching under his feet, that you can tell that it's very fragile when he's at right now. It's could very well, some of the boards sounded very questionable. In fact, they sounded like they could very well be problematic in the future. So I would not go in a place like this. Particularly, I think that's just like a preference.
Lastly, his set camera falls off, and he begins hearing music despite finding no source. This bizarre footage comes from Chapa
Sounded
Adiki
like an
village,
ice cream truck.
Firozpur, and has left many baffled. At first,
Wind-up toy.
everything seems normal. A dog is casually walking along, but within seconds, something truly unsettling happens.
Mental holiday. Kitty cat. It's a kitty cat.
The dog appears to morph into a snake-like shape before shifting back into its original form. The transformation is eerie, with no clear explanation visible in the video.
Oh, I thought it was a cat.
A person begins recording after hearing loud banging on their
It's quite
glass
common
door.
that animals can
As they
transform
approach,
into
the sight is
other
chilling.
entities. It's just
Unmistakable handprints slamming
not?
against the glass, yet no one
like
is
the astral
visible.
plane. That was weird.
Leave.
Nunca abras
Stop.
las puertas.
You gotta go. Calm down.
Who is that?
What are you? Stop.
It's gone. Whoa. And then it actually has
Charlie, come on.
hands. Is uncanny.
Heart pounding. They'd rush into the room to confront whoever or whatever is inside.
It doesn't
But
have
as
a
they step in,
face.
the space is completely empty. The banging has stopped, and there's no sign of anyone ever being there.
So that's just a sign that they know
bizarre
that
and
they know how to interact with their surroundings with their hands, or what could be known as hands, but they haven't been able to maybe materialize their face. And possibly maybe it's just the fact that they don't want to materialize. Maybe they feel more comfortable using their hands than anything else. Maybe they want to freak this guy out, and they're just using their hands. They're manifesting their hands, so as to be unsettling. A lot of this is, but this is very deliberate. It's deliberate. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna accidentally show up in this footage somewhere. As I said, they know when they're being watched. They know what cameras are. Just because they're a ghost from the 1800s does not mean that they do not know how cameras work, okay? Do not underestimate spirits in any way. That's why you don't disrespect them, you don't bullshit them, you don't sit there and say, I'm the big man with the big dick, and then be like, woo-ha! You know, all of a sudden, you know, because that's gonna get a real, it's gonna, you're challenging them when you say something like, hey, you know, hey, you know, there was this one guy that was saying, oh, you pussy, and he was like doing that, and very quickly he got a little taste of karma, because it got him in the end, because, you know, the way spirits work is a lot of them have this equality. If you treat me well, I will treat you well. If you treat me with disrespect, I will disrespect you. If you challenge me, I will challenge you. I will meet that challenge. Do not challenge a spirit. Do not do that. That is not a smart thing to do. You don't know what they're capable of. And it's quite possible they won't do anything to hurt you, but you don't want to fuck around and find out. Okay? You don't want to do that. Don't antagonize a spirit, because if a spirit is actually genuinely hurting, or is genuinely you know, wanting some kind of connection, you mocking them is going to just make them angry. It's going to make them angry. And there's something to be said too, is if a spirit is ignored long enough, that frustration will eventually build up into anger, and that anger can be very, very dangerous. And you antagonizing them, or telling them to leave, or, you know, saying that you need, you know, shoving sage in their face and shit, that is not going to be helpful to them. It's going to be annoying. It's going to be, can you imagine? So, like, antagonizing a spirit when it's doing whatever making activity is about as effective as telling a upset child to calm down in the middle of Walmart. Okay, do you think calm down is really gonna work? It's gonna work. Telling a woman to calm down doesn't work either. There was a meme that said that. They said telling a woman to calm down is about as effective as baptizing a cat. Yeah, it doesn't work very well, does it? No, not at all, not at all. So, don't do it. Be respectful. It doesn't matter what religion you have or what God you believe in. Be a decent human being. Do not think that you are an exception just because you have certain beliefs, because you have certain standings with certain gods. There are spirits that do not recognize your God. They do not respect that God. They do not respect you. They are spirits that are unreasonable and will not listen to you. Just because you say Jesus Christ does not mean that they're going to go away. I have seen this many times where they try to do the Catholic catechism, the whole, Hail Marys, and it does not work. The reason being is some of these spirits do not know Jesus. They don't, Jesus is not a thing for them. There wasn't really a man named Jesus. I'm not saying that Jesus was not a person. Of course, I believe historically he was an actual person. I believe that some of these accounts, there were many hundreds of accounts, so it's kind of hard to discredit. But what I'm saying is there probably wasn't a guy named Jesus in that time. His name was Jesu or Jonah or John, It was probably a very Aramaic Jewish name, and for some reason we have gotten the universal name of Jesus. So the name has no significance unless that you believe that it does. If you go chanting anything, I don't care if you're chanting Satan's name. If you don't believe that that's going to do anything, it's not going to do anything, and they're going to know. So be careful. Find out what kind of entity it is. Is it a demon? Is it demonic? Is it merely just angry? Find out the story before you start waving sage around and throwing holy water at random places and then chanting, because rituals, as you know, are merely substitutes that simulate. They're not substitutes, they simulate what you should actually be doing in life, okay? So when a priest gives you the blood of Christ, that is to show you that you're getting eternal life, okay? You should be, if you're a Christian, you should be seeking that eternal life every day, right? So doing these rituals don't do anything. Just same with witchcraft. Doing those rituals don't necessarily make all your problems go away. You still have to put in the work, okay? But then it's not really magic, is it? Well, no, it's not, because all of us have rituals that we do, and either they're religious or they're not. And they help us get through the day, okay? Rituals are very much part of everyday life, whether you're religious or not. Some of them work, some of them don't. But you still need to put in the work. You still need to make an effort. It's like you can't expect to lose weight. You can't just expect to take a pill and then eat a Snickers and lose weight. Okay? That's not how it works. You don't do that. It doesn't work. You have to actually put the effort and put the time in. It's like a diet pill. A diet pill isn't going to make everything go away. It's not going to make you lose 10 pounds just by sitting there. You actually have to diet and exercise. If they're telling you that you can't diet and if no diet and exercise is necessary, that's a scam. That's a total scam. That means they're scamming you, and they have there's something wrong with that information. But here, I'm moving right along.
Unsettling footage has surfaced, showing a group of people engaged in a ritual-like worship. However, the real horror lies in what they are worshiping.
Mandas y gobiernas tú, negro. Poderoso con tu maldad. Poderoso con tu maldad. Más oscura brinda. Más oscura brinda. Un poco de tu tenebroso poder. Un poco de tu tenebroso poder. A este tu más siervo. A este tu más siervo. Y permíteme que mis más negros deseos. Y permíteme que mis más negros deseos. Sean cumplidos. Sean cumplidos. Ovalá. 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 Oh gran Señor. Oh gran Señor. Que todo el brillo de tu brillo.
An eerie, unidentifiable figure that appears deeply unnatural. Its presence is disturbing.
So that could very well be many things. So as you know, what apparently came from, so there's Baphomet. Baphomet, as you know, is usually associated with the Church of Satan. However, that particular image didn't become anything like associated with satanic worship until 1969 in the United States, when Elias Levi supposedly had a vision of Baphomet coming to him, and he thought that he needed to make a church. So he made a church. He made the Church of Satan. So Baphomet is actually very similar. He has hooves, he has horns, he has the goat head. So that was very similar to Pan. So Pan kind of very slowly became, so Pan meaning Mr. Tumnus from Narnia, they're deceptive creatures. Pan is usually associated with sort of a Gemini type thing. They can be very loyal, very kind to you, but there's always sometimes a hidden agenda behind that. They're kind of tricksters. He's known as a trickster god. So Baphomet, on the other hand, is quite different as a deity. As a deity, I can tell you, I have met Baphomet within an astral travel. You know, I met him. He pretty much did not really want to be associated with Church of Satan. He said that they were good people that weren't involved with it, but that was not his intention for them to make a church around that. You know, he didn't mean for that to happen. He said that Elias Levi misinterpreted the dream quite a bit, like a lot, and he does not really approve of it as a whole. But, you know, that's just what he told me. He may have told you something different. I don't know. So, and from what I know, he wasn't a demonic entity at all. Like, he was very, very calm, very chill, very wise. He comes to me sometimes still. But then there were these stories that involved devils. And this was kind of circulated in Europe amongst the common folk, the poor, so to speak. And this was kind of during, you know, Shakespeare's time, when people put on plays, and hell and these demons were very much just entertainment. They were something that were in Punch and Judy. They were the puppets that beat each other up. It was very, you know, it was a story. And so very slowly the Pan and Baphomet kind of turned into what was known as a devil, because somehow Catholicism or Catholics got a hold of this, and they made it out that there was hell and that there was demons, and so they had the people, they were charging people money for stuff. They took advantage of this fear. Even though it was literally just a story, you know, it was just a funny story. So there are other deities that have horns. And I'm just saying, just because you see something horned or you see a goat, that does not mean it's demonic. There are many benevolent entities and that are out there that have goat heads, and they have no intention of harming you. This is probably, I don't know if you noticed this, but she doesn't seem very happy about this. It's almost like she was not like, I did not want to come today. I did not want to come. I wanted to stay home. And this kid is just like, I'm waiting for something to happen. Now this woman, this girl seems to be, she's into it. So this is kind of a private meeting. I'm surprised that they actually filmed this.
Its features unclear, almost as if it doesn't belong. The group remains fixated, seemingly unaware of how unnerving the scene truly is.
Yet again,
Arabic explorer Abdullah Al-Anbari ventures into a haunted location, a place shrouded in eerie stories and local legends.
Yet again, I know I've gone on this rampage before, but I've gone down this road, but Satanism is not what we think it is. It's very much like the Illuminati or Masons. We don't know what they are. A lot of what is done is not shown to us, And what is shown to us is very mysterious and very vague, and we don't know a lot about it. But from what I have read, is Satanism is very much, you think yourself to be a god. You think yourself to be a god of knowledge, a god who embraces both femininity and masculinity, which is what Baphomet is. Baphomet is both femininity and masculinity. He is both dark and light magic, so they practice both dark and light magic. They believe in the pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge is power for them. You know, knowledge is for power. And they have this view that God is not actually our friend. Now, depending on who you think God is, I would have to say that their way of thinking kind of does make sense in a way, because if you read about God in the Bible, he is vindictive, he is striking people down, he is killing people because they just don't agree with his laws. So it sounds like a very much like a Zeus kind of character, you know, just if you don't agree with me, I'm just going to strike you dead. I'm going to strike you down. So it seems to be like very, and then it's very, you know, this whole table turned of what if, you know, and it's just the kind of that what if. It's like, what if the God that you think that is out there is really not who he says he is, you know? And you have to keep it in consideration, because not everybody has seen God. We haven't seen God yet, have we? Maybe we've seen other gods, maybe we've seen other things in our visions and our dreams and astral travels. Maybe we've seen glimpses of what we think is God, but God is what you believe him to be, or she. And I am not against people who want to find God in their own way, and if God to them is Satan or Lucifer, that doesn't affect me in any way. I really don't care, just as long as they're not hurting themselves or hurting someone else, and they're not a threat to me or anyone else. That's all that I care about. They give me respect, and they are kind, and they serve humanity, which I have seen Satanists serve humanity quite well. So I do not have anything against Christians. I don't have anything against Satanists. I do, you know, there may be some things that I don't agree with when it comes to Christianity or Satanism, but that does not mean that I'm going to treat them any less or treat them with less respect than I would. I would give them the same amount of respect that I would give anyone else. I have no reason to be disrespectful towards them or anyone. I see it from both sides. I used to be a Christian, and I used to be very fearful of everything, and now that I'm figuring out, opening my mind to what's out there, I realized that a lot of the things that I was taught to fear are really not that scary. They're just people like us that are looking for meaning in their lives. And if it's a church that they find it, then praise be to the gods, you know, praise be. You know, let your freak flag fly, be weird and random, follow your heart, follow your dreams, and be happy, you know, be happy. That's all I can ask. Be happy. Be happy. Oh, is this the footage that's so creepy? It's a creepy footage. It's creepy.
هذا البدرون سمعتوا حذفة حصى. الحذفة واضحة يا جماعة. بسم الله. بسم الله.
Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
As he moves through the dark, empty corridors, the door begins to move on its own.
هذه ايش؟ هذا جني ولا دمية؟ يا جماعة الشغل قوي. بسم الله. المكان مخيف. أعطيني يلا انزل. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
I don't see anything.
بسم الله. شفتوا العيون؟ في أحد؟ شفتوا؟ بسم الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. اختفت العيون. بسم الله. شوفوا.
Lastly, he records a creepy dark entity. Did Abdullah Al-Anbari encounter something paranormal, or is it just another eerie location with an unsettling past? You decide. A mysterious and disturbing footage shows a group of people inside a church recording something moving along the pathway. The figure is unlike anything recognizable. It has no visible limbs, yet it appears to be crawling forward in an unnatural way. The group watches in shock, unsure of what they're witnessing. The creature's movements are eerie, almost desperate, but its identity remains completely unknown. Subscribe Top 5 Ghost for more scary content.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean... Okay. Mind Junkie, Fearsome Top 5. Got Mind Junkie, we got Bizarre Bub, we got Frostmare TV. Frostmare TV is pretty good. Let's see here. So we got some of this. He's got King Frostmare. And as you can see here, we've got quite a bit of videos. The scariest demonic proofing demons. So the scariest videos caught by officers. So he's got some pretty good content here. I'm trying to look for things that are not necessarily like really super long, and he's got some gaming. As you can see, he's really into Resident Evil, so definitely a horror game fan. Winter is Coming, which is just awesome. I love the artwork that he's got here. I just love that. And yeah, he's got some pretty good stuff going as far as all that, but yeah. So we got paranormal footage. So I'm really surprised because I put that in not too long ago and I don't know. So we're gonna go with unwatched. So we have Slapped Ham, which is one of the top. No, we just did top. Let's see what they got here. I don't know. You know, this is another one of his.
A person wakes up in the middle of the night to a chilling sensation, his blanket being slowly pulled off of him. Startled, he sits up and looks around, but no one is there. As he gets up to investigate, a sudden loud banging echoes from his door.
Banging? The banging! Oh, the banging! The banging! Do you hear the banging in the background? It's the banging.
¿Qué quieres?
Yeah, it's an AI.
¿Qué es lo que quieres? Deja de molestar.
What do you want? What do you want?
Quiero que te largues.
Why do you keep knocking?
¿Qué es eso?
Oh, there is somebody there. There's like a head.
Oh, no manches. Oh, no manches. Ceci. Ceci. Oh.
He cautiously approaches, heart pounding, and swings it open, only to see nothing. But as he scans the area, his camera captures something disturbing. A shadowy figure is now standing behind a nearby
That's
bus,
a forehead.
watching.
That's someone's forehead.
CCTV footage
Very-
captures a parked car in a quiet area
very
when something
long
strange
forehead.
happens. A white mist suddenly drifts by, moving unnaturally before fading into the night.
Unnaturally. How unnatural are we talking? Let's show.
There's no clear source, no smoke, no fog, and no one nearby. It appears and disappears without explanation. A trick of the camera, a natural phenomenon, or something paranormal caught on tape? You decide. A man ventures deep into a cave with his dog, documenting his exploration. At first, everything seems normal. The dimly lit passageways, the echoes of his footsteps, and his dog's cautious movements. But as he reaches deeper inside, something catches his eye.
Demon dog. No, it's the light reflects their eyes. Have you ever done that where you took a picture and your eyes were red and you look like some sort of demon? It just happens.
Stay behind me.
He's like, okay. That can be a sign of stress, by the way. If someone is, they're panting like that. What are you doing in this cave?
Fuck is
Anyway?
that?
It's a bat.
Oh shit.
It's a bat.
Come on.
What are you doing in a bat cave? So unsafe. The fumes in there would be so toxic and you're exposing your dog to that.
At the far end of the
Dangerous.
tunnel, a dark figure stands motionless, barely visible in the shadows. The moment he registers what he's seeing, fear takes over. He immediately turns around and bolts, his dog following close behind.
You should have done
The
that
footage
a
ends
long
abruptly,
time
leaving
ago.
the question.
Long
What
time
did he
ago.
see lurking in the cave? A shadow, an illusion, or something far more terrifying?
Do not do that. Do not go in
A
a
man
bat
who has
cave.
been experiencing strange hauntings decides to leave his camera recording overnight.
Unless it's Batman.
As he sleeps,
Don't go in a
the
bat
footage
cave.
captures something chilling. Whispers and eerie voices echoing
Batman
in the
is
dark.
fine, but that's not a literal bat cave. It's an underground lair, so which makes it so much safer. Too many dolls already. I was like, movement! I saw something moving, and it's the guy. It's the guy. I was like, oh, wrong. Wrong. Sorry. Sorry. Not in front of the kids.
At first, The sounds are faint, almost distant. But as the night goes on, they grow louder, more distinct, until one finally jolts him awake. Disoriented and unsettled, he looks around, but there's no one there.
Imagine that.
A Japanese explorer set foot in a deserted house, notorious for its eerie reputation. For years, locals had murmured about the unsettling happenings within. Mysterious sounds, fleeting shadows, and sudden cold drafts that could make anyone shudder.
もう物だらけ。これも部屋かな。相当糞がたくさんある。
Japanese.
ここはこんな感じです。もうね、今いるだけで。
It's a mess. I know.
ちっちゃいな。まあネズミがいるならそういう音も立つか。はい。本日は。
At first, his set camera records loud knocking sounds.
こちらのセンサーが反応するかも確認していきますね。なります。こっち1階はこの音です。
Soon he wakes up to a bell ring and then captures more loud knocks. Lastly, his set camera records the chair moving on its own and a loud knock scares him away. A woman records something truly bizarre in a parking lot. From the second floor, she clearly sees her car parked below. But when she goes down to the lower level to get to it, her car is gone. In fact, the entire floor is empty. Confused and unsettled, she runs back upstairs, only to see her car still there. Yet every time she goes down, the lot remains completely vacant. She repeats this multiple times, but the strange phenomenon continues. A cyclist sets up his camera near a quiet field with a road stretching into the distance, intending to record his surroundings. But when he reviews the footage later, he notices something chilling.
Right, that's that.
At a distance, a tall, thin figure with unnaturally long limbs can be seen walking slowly. Its movement is strange, almost unnatural, and its towering frame gives it an eerie resemblance to Slender Man. Yet, when the cyclist looks back toward the spot, the figure is nowhere to be seen. CCTV footage captures a quiet neighborhood street at night. Everything seems normal until a biker rides into frame. Suddenly, a child appears, intersecting his path. But what happens next is bizarre. The moment the man sees the child, he panics, throws his bike aside, and sprints away in terror. There's no clear reason for his reaction, and the child simply stands there before vanishing from the frame. The Haunted Nights team journeyed into the depths of Saratoga County to explore the notorious Saratoga County homestead, a location infamous for its dark past and eerie supernatural activity. This vast 19th century mansion has been the setting for countless ghostly encounters, with tales of unsettled spirits and mysterious occurrences lingering through the years.
Just here to talk to you. My friend Steve and I have been managing this building.
So, if any of you are worried about negative energy being here, you don't have to use incense, but it can be the incense that you most is most pleasant to you. I have chosen cinnamon to kind of bless this space, and you can pray to your higher power or whatever it is, and say, in this case, I'm going to by Apollo and Hecate, I bless this space. By all the gods that can grant us purity and clarity of mind do not allow negative energy or negative entities to enter this live or enter this space. By all the gods that would mean no harm to us, come into this circle. Only those who mean us no harm are allowed within this circle. And hopefully that'll help you a little bit. You don't have to call upon Hecate. You can call upon any god you want to. You know? Sky's the limit. Do what you will. So just in case, you know, I think I kind of need this anyway, so. But if you're thinking that, you know, these negative entities, you know, I make it to the point where I know that when a negative entity, when something that appears to be negative comes into my space, that I know that they mean me no harm, because I bless my space, and I'm very well protected, and I make sure that you know, we have an arrangement that nobody can enter my space if they are wanting to do me harm. And I take that very seriously, as do my spirits, and my guardians, you know, they take that very seriously as well. So you know, you can bless your space with sage. You could get a piece of, you could get a rock, you know, your favorite rock, and just wave it around, and whatever makes you feel good, you know, whatever makes you feel cleansed and makes you feel fresh. Maybe there's a scent, maybe there's a certain perfume you like to put into the air that makes you feel at ease. Maybe there's a candle, oh, yummy pumpkin spice candle. You know, that sounds good. Maybe that's what you want to do. You know, maybe I should do some ASMR. I know that's really popular. I might actually do that. That would be good. I'm not going to, but it might help. I don't know. I could probably do some ASMR. I won't be as annoying, but I'll be whispering. I'll be like, "Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, we're gonna vibe with the spirits today. Okay, we're gonna be doing some ASMR, and we're gonna be really in tune with the spirits. Can we be in tune with the spirits? I know that you fear Ouija boards, but I just want to let you know that it's okay. The Ouija boards are more scared of you than you're scared of them." You might hate broccoli, but broccoli loves you. Okay, that's enough for ASMR.
For the past 5 years.
Maybe I'll do some ASMR, I don't know.
Doing cleanup
We'll
days,
see.
hosting tours.
Love the
So that
hat.
looks crazy in the IR.
I love the hat.
We're just here to talk to you tonight. We've met with a historian. Wait. Like right as I started talking, it sounded like a whisper.
Whispering. Is it the ASMR? It's the ASMR ghost.
Sometimes people break in.
No, I'm not breaking in. I'm the ASMR ghost.
I'm sure it's very annoying for you. There's movement behind me. Hello?
You're never alone. Never alone. Ooh, that just moved. Wait. Oh, that just moved.
Though, which I mean would make sense. I would imagine they'd be, struggling to breathe a lot of the time. That was bizarre. All right,
don't have
plays back.
ghosts.
See if we got anything.
Ghosts don't have lungs. They don't have lungs.
Whoa! Holy!
No.
What was that, dude? Whoa! Holy. What was that, dude?
Multiple times they hear loud knocks and movements.
This time of the year. We come here like once in like February, I think.
We did a live stream where we
Yeah.
fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
That was cool. Are you not used to people being here? You're trying to find out what we're doing here? Can you give us a clear sign that you're here with us?
We already did.
That counts as a clear sign, I would
We
say.
already did.
Thank you.
That was so loud.
There's a door though. 100% a door.
What kind of, like what?
Do you want us to go downstairs? Leave you alone?
Yes. 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 Go away.
We're probably gonna head over to the
Go
children's
home now.
building, maybe go to the first floor down there, okay?
Be gone. Not done. You are not
move.
welcome here.
Did you hear that? Oh. Did you hear that? It said like,
I don't know what that is. I don't know. There's no.
Later on, they ask for a sign of a presence, and suddenly they record a creepy loud thud.
hold out.
You asked for a sign. They're
Are
gonna
your
give you a
parents
sign.
here with you?
Are there any?
Or do you have family here? Do you like when we come to talk to you?
No.
Would you rather be left alone? Have you had enough
Yes.
people?
Yes.
What the hell was that, dude?
Oh my goodness.
In there.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounded like he was.
I can hear you.
Of course you can.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Holy shit, what was
there.
that? Oh,
Lastly, they go into the basement area where the noise only got louder. A person captures eerie footage of what appears to be an asterisk lady in white asterisk drifting down a dark, desolate road. Her figure moves unnaturally, almost as if she's floating rather than walking.
Who the hell was that though? Somebody. We don't know. She works in a haunted attraction. She's doing rather well for herself. I'm just curious. It's like.
The silence of the night makes the sight even more unsettling. No other people are around, no footsteps can be heard. Just the ghostly apparition gliding further into the darkness before eventually disappearing. A trick of the eyes, an illusion, or
So that was it for today. I think I've had enough of the I think I've had enough of the you know, these kind of videos for today. So, and then I'm probably gonna try to do something else.